You could be cutting your impressions in half just by not having that amenity. These 4 amenities were able to get our customers more impressions on Airbnb. Stick around to the end because the top one achieved an average of over 95% increase in impressions.
For realskis?
Now, if you don't know what an impression is every time you appear in search. So every time somebody sees you in that search result, you just got an impression and Airbnb records that. Now, in IntelliHost, we record how many impressions you get on a daily basis. So we can identify how many average impressions you were getting before a given change and how many impressions you were getting after. Now, what we did is we took thousands of properties on IntelliHost and identified when somebody added an amenity. And we sorted which amenities were driving the biggest increase in overall top line impressions. So we found these 4 amenities, and we'll start with the bottom one. Now, the bottom one is called an alfresco shower.
A what?
If you don't know what an alfresco shower is, I didn't either. I actually had to look it up. An alfresco shower is one of those showers that actually goes on the outside of your house. It's not like super private, but the purpose of it is to clean off the dirt and sand so that you can, kind of clean off before you get into the property. That was number 4, and the increase in top line impressions on average was about 18%. So just right there, that's pretty significant. And having that alfresco shower is apparently something that people are filtering for because it's really driving those top line impressions. The name of the game for getting more impressions is just appearing in more filters. That's really where people start with Airbnb, is because there's so many results that people have to filter more to get down to that level. So again, number 4, alfresco shower. Number 3 is crib.
You need your own crib.
Now, a crib, I have to say, has to be the easiest amenity to add. Just go on Amazon, order it to your property. There's no big deal here, but it actually makes a lot of sense. As a parent myself, I know that having a crib at the Airbnb is kind of a deal breaker. And the reason is because if I'm flying into that location, I don't want to bring a crib. Cribs are big, they're bulky, but they're really not that expensive for you to supply.
Fine, I'll do it.
The average increase for those adding a crib was 33% in top line impressions. So you're really going to bring in a lot more families and probably maybe even a higher quality guest instead of just partiers. It's not likely that partiers are looking for a crib. So if you want to increase your overall top line impressions and get the right kind of guests, start supplying that crib for those that are flying into your area. And again, average is 33%. So that's pretty significant. Let's talk about number 2. Now, number 2 is beachfront. It should go without saying that this would increase your top line impressions. A lot of people are probably filtering for beachfront.
Yeah, where is the beach?
However, this isn't something you can just add to your property unless you already have it. So the takeaway here is just make sure that if you're beachfront, double, triple, quadruple check that you have beachfront checked on your property. If you're using a property management system, make sure that that's flowing through to your actual Airbnb listing. I can't tell you how many times people have complained about their PMS not pushing the right amenities. So just make sure, go into your Airbnb listing, find that amenity in there, and make sure it's publishing correctly, because the average increase for beachfront is 56%. So you could be walking away from 56% of the eyeballs to your listing if you don't have that amenity listed when you really do have it. The number 1 amenity that increased our customers' impressions the most was actually laptop friendly.
Wait, really?
I did not expect this. This is not something I would have even thought about being on the top, especially compared to beachfront. However, the average does seem to be 95%. If you're not laptop friendly in your property, you probably should be. It shouldn't be hard to add laptop friendly. Just look at the requirements for that and make sure that you qualify. Because like I said, the average is 95%. You could be cutting your impressions in half just by not having that amenity. I hope that helps. Make sure that you have all 4, if possible, those amenities to make sure that you're getting as many eyeballs as possible on Airbnb, and you'll do just fine.
Absolutely, I'll do that right now.
If you want to know what else works on Airbnb, hit subscribe.